So it's been like a month since Baby dropped his album, and then like 2 weeks later he dropped his deluxe, and I kept going back and forth like how I felt about it. But now I'm like, I really strongly feel like I really strongly feel like people have been hating. Like the hate is unprovoked. It's unprovoked. And obviously we live in a time where like stuff moves so quickly. Like what's cool today is lame tomorrow. What's lame tomorrow is cool today. Vice versa, everything else. But so I don't expect folks to be like Jock and Lil Baby like until the end of time. Like very few artists like actually have the longevity we talk about. Like they could really stay like in folks' rotation for like a long time. Like very, very few artists. Like single number. We talking like single digit number of folks. That's what I'm trying to say. Single digit number of people who could stay in your rotation. And we know who it is: Beyonce, Drake. I would throw Kanye West in there, but I don't even want to speak nothing positive on that man's name because you know exactly how he's been acting lately. But I would say, like, I would be lying if I didn't include him as far as like somebody who has longevity. I mean, I personally feel like he fell off with his music. Like, nobody's gonna tell me that Yeezus was better than Graduation. Nobody's gonna tell me like Life of Pablo was better than 808s and Heartbreaks. So I personally feel like he fell off, but I know that's not the general consensus, so I'll put him in that category of people who have that longevity. But I feel like folks are just hating just to hate. Like, and it took me, I will say that it did take me like maybe like 50 listens through Lil Baby's album to actually give it the credit it deserves. And that's probably too many listens, but I'm gonna 100% chalk that up to the fact that his producer, like his production quality is just bad for the level of artist that he is. Like, it doesn't make sense. I gotta listen to this song 5 times, like, to hear all the bars because the music is drowning out your voice so bad, or the voice track is like getting washed out so bad by the beat. Like, it'd be little stuff like that I feel like he hasn't tweaked, and it's been the same thing on every single project he's ever released. Like, I feel like My Turn was the clearest production he's had. And whoever that producer, like whoever was on working with him, whoever his team was working with him on that album, like where did they go? Because I don't think we've had production like that since then. And he loved these beats that got like all this stuff going on all the time. Like the beats be hella busy, it'd be hella stuff going on in the background. But he don't want to do, or they don't want to do what they got to do to make sure his voice as a rapper is still like dominating the track. Like, as far as like the audio experience that we have as a listener. Like I'm listening to rap, I want to hear what you're saying. Like, beats and stuff is cool. I feel like other genres are more instrument heavy, and the beauty of rap is that it's literally like about the message. Like, what are you getting on the track to say? Like, that's why we got diss tracks and everything else. Like, what are you getting on the track to say? So if folks can't hear what you're saying, at the bare minimum, like, you can't expect people to want to like meet ride you all the time and like hype you up and boost you and everything else. So that's just my opinion on that. But I feel like if you overlook all of that, which is a lot to overlook, I'll acknowledge, but if you overlook all of that and really get into the music, like, I feel like it's really good quality music. Like, there is really some really good songs on here. Like, as I'm scrolling through the track list, like, Listen Up, I don't feel like he's missed on an intro yet, to be honest. Like, Listen Up, good ass song. Dumb and Dumber, like, them folks went crazy, and folks are gonna say, of course, he riding Young Thug coattails. But okay, so what? He riding Young Thug coattails. If you get a feature from one of the greatest artists of all time, okay, you riding their coattails. So what? That artist is one of the greatest artists of all time, and they're supporting you and letting you ride their coattails. Like, that's a win in my book. I literally never care. Like, nobody will make me say like that's somehow a poor reflection on Lil Baby. Like, Young Thug, Future, coming out of Atlanta, top 5 in my opinion. I know that's controversial, but top 5 Atlanta rappers of all time. So if Lil Baby get on a song with them and rap, and he get washed, okay, I got washed by Young Thug and Future. Y'all act like he getting washed by fucking Lil Peep and some other random person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Young Thug and Future. Like, okay, I don't even think he got watched. Like, I thought all them folks, I thought they all came how they needed to. F you 2 times, I ain't like it at first. It grew on me. I Promise is alright. That song with Gorilla, I know all the girls like it. I ain't like it that much. By Myself, I like, and I really, really wish Lil Baby and Rylo would make more music together. Mostly because I really love Rylo. I think they just make really good songs together. And I wish Lil Baby and No Cap could squash whatever they got going on. And Lil Baby and Rilo could overcome, you know what I'm saying? Lil Baby and No Cap could overcome whatever beef they got. Like, we need y'all. We need y'all on a track together. We need y'all on a track together. We really do. I need y'all on a track together. Do it for me. Do it for me. But yeah, by myself, like, I liked it. Due for a Win, I liked it. Stiff Gang, that was my favorite for a while. Stiff Gang, when a bitch don't approach me. That was my favorite. So Sorry is obviously the hit that I feel like he's trying to push as like a little pop hit. Not necessarily pop, but like radio play hit type. And I feel like it goes. A cute little music video. Like, it's a good song. But one thing I did want to say or point out is that when he gave the interview before this album dropped, he was talking about WHAM was going to be like his street shit album. Like, talk about cars and jewelry and drugs, everything else. But I feel like a lot of these songs on here was emotional. Like, he definitely got into his bag, talking about his previous relationships, talking about like losing his friends and everything. Like, he said Dominique, which his album that he's supposed to be dropping in February, sometime this month, is going to be like his more personal album. So I'm very interested to hear like how personal he's going to get, because I genuinely felt like this album was pretty personal. Like, I was not expecting him to dive so deep into his prior relationship with you know who, and his current relationship with his girl that he clearly in love with and obsessed with, because he's talking about everything he want to do for her and everything else. So he want to act right for her and everything else. So I was surprised at how emotional this album was, but I enjoyed it. I did. Stuff with Travis Scott, I'm genuinely tired of a Travis Scott feature being on every album. Like, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not no big Travis Scott fan. I like Travis Scott's music better when it's like his own music. Like, he had a few songs on his last album that I really, really enjoyed. Telekinesis with Future and SZA. Like, I love that song down so bad. But I'm not like super big on Travis Scott any other time than that. And I'm kind of tired of seeing him on some of these songs. Like, him on Open Arms, like, still kills me. Like, I'm so glad SZA released the solo version, because he never needed to be on that song ever in life. So yeah, Say Twin, probably my least favorite on the album, to be honest with you. But Free Promo, my most favorite. Like, I really feel like he ate that. He was really rapping, for real, for real. So Streets Colder was the original outro, and I feel like it was very appropriately placed as the outro. And I think it was probably a good setup for Dominique for his next album too, like where his head is at as far as what the industry is like and what making music is like. And then he added the 4 bonus tracks, 99, Idol, Running Their Shit, and My Shawty, which Idol was my favorite out of the 4. But I feel like we could have did it without those, so I'm not gonna hold you. Like, these seem like tracks that he originally cut from the track list and then put them back on to be a deluxe. And I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie and say I understand like all the marketing and everything behind I don't understand the label strategy as far as like the reason for a deluxe versus an EP versus just releasing these songs as singles versus just not letting us hear them. Like, I don't understand the extended version coming 2 weeks after the original drop. As far as sales goes, like, I know there's a strategy there, but I'm not tapped in enough on the business side to understand how all that works. So I'm not gonna say it was dumb, but I feel like if he had put Idol on the original album and taken off Say Twin and maybe like one other song, it would have been a better overall project. But I'm gonna give it like I think when I first heard it, I would give it like a 6.7 out of 10. And now I would say, after listening and really getting into it, I would say it's like a solid 8.2 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8.2 out of 10, B minus. And I'm good with that. I think that's appropriate, because if we talk about, My Turn, he set the standard with My Turn. So it's like, it doesn't meet that standard. I would be lying if I said it met that standard. But I feel like folks is dragging it when they talk about how bad it is, and it's really not bad. Like, they just don't want to be patient with it. But there's something to be said about being patient with music. Like, should you have to be patient with music for real? But it's art. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for people to watch a movie 3, 4, 5 times and to really get the message. Like, how many times has folks seen Inception? How many times people seen Interstellar? And that's supposed to be like a plus for those movies. Like, oh, I had to watch Interstellar 6 times to really get it. So-and-so is such a genius. Is Lil Baby a genius? I had to listen to his album 50 times to really get it. Is Lil Baby a genius? Like, just something to think about. But another thing that I wanted to say about, well, I'll say that for another video, actually. But yeah. That's all I had. Go stream WHAM. It's worth it.